Hey guys, this is a supplementary tutorial just talking through a demo of what it looks like when you have a Voltaic cell running. I found this great animation and I wanted to share it with you. So I'm just going to refresh this so we can start over. So over here on the left, we have our anode. Over here on the right, we have our cathode. The anode is negative, the cathode is positive. If you look, the little green dots are our electrons, and they are definitely coming off of our anode and moving to our cathode. The other thing I want you to look at is what's happening here at the anode. The anode is gradually becoming smaller and smaller and smaller, while the cathode is becoming larger, larger, and larger. And let's talk about why that's happening. If we look over here at the anode, we can kind of zoom in on it, and we can see that every time those two electrons are removed, we have that zinc ion coming off and floating across into our solution. Those are only being released because of the electrons that are coming off of the zinc anode. Our half reaction is down here at the bottom. Our zinc is becoming zinc plus 2 ions plus 2 electrons. If we look at our cathode side, we'll notice that as those 2 electrons come down, in comes a copper 2 ion, and it gets reduced by those 2 electrons and it gains them. So we have reduction happening over here at the cathode. And gradually, the cathode is becoming coated by our copper solid atoms. Because we have the copper starting out as an ion, it accepts 2 electrons, and it becomes solid copper. So eventually, if we allow this to continue to run, the zinc electrode would eventually break down completely, and that would cause our voltaic cell to stop running, and it would no longer conduct electricity. In here in the salt bridge, you'll notice we have negative ions moving toward the anode, positive ions moving toward the cathode. The negative ions are moving towards the anode because they are counteracting the positive ions that are being released into the solution, and the positive ions are moving toward the cathode because they are counteracting the positives that are leaving the solution on that side. Thus, we remain electrically neutral. I hope this quick recap was helpful. See you tomorrow.